Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the All Star Wrestling review for the 13th of October, 1979. Love these history pieces because, well, that's back when wrestling was actually wrestling instead of the high spot trash we have today. And so, anyway, this is an interesting run because we're coming to the end of 1979. I am partway all the way. I think it's 38 episodes on the network that are up for 1980. I am through, and I'm through about the first 12 or so of 1981. Hopefully, over the next month, going to have this series finished, and we'll move on to something else. Don't know exactly what yet. Always kind of fun to choose the next series as we go through. Anyway, um, this is an interesting time in the history of the promotion for sure, as we continue to have kind of a good little run here. Tag team champions Johnny and Jerry Valiant versus Tito Santana and Ivis Putski from the previous week's championship wrestling is here. And obviously, Chief Jay Strongbow defeating Moose Monroe via submission with a sleeper is a interesting beginning run to things. Strongbow obviously has been the guy that since March has been trying to come back from the issues with Greg Valentine. Monroe, obviously an enhancement talent that's here on a pretty consistent basis. Punch kick, very basic thing. Wears the man down with some headlocks, chin locks, and the like. Nothing necessarily worth writing home about, but at the same time kicks him off. And Strongbow taking several shots. Monroe placed very well, a couple of chops. Very punch kick, basic offense. And Monroe tries to get a nerve hold on his man and successfully does. Finally, we see a sleeper hold from Strongbow. Not exactly the most thrilling of matches, but at the same time serving the purpose of what needs to be accomplished, which in this case is getting Strongbow ready for a bit of a better deal. Ted DiBiase, the former North American champion, defeats Johnny Roz 501 with a sunset flip. DiBiase still a major force as a babyface in the area. Not exactly a guy that they're going to write home about in terms of, giving him a chance to run home and do a bunch of preparatory stuff. But at the same time, DiBiase takes a good bit of punishment from the beginning. Super simple. DiBiase takes him down with some front chin locks, brawling from his adversary here. DiBiase actually doing the majority of the selling, gets kicked into a couple almost submission level maneuvers. DiBiase tries to come out of the bridge and also manages to work over the leg of his opponent. Rods continues to be in control for the majority of the match. DiBiase, as mentioned, doing a bunch of selling, getting the victory with the sunset flip at the last minute. Talks about being frustrated that he cannot get a return match with Pat Patterson for the North American title. Talks about the fact that Patterson's trying to get matches with both Bruno Sammartino and the world champion Bob Backlund. DiBiase not ready to quit. Talking a little less about the tag team with Steve Travis that had been there. Then we go back in review of the tag team championship run. Johnny and Jerry Valiant with Captain Lou Albano and Jimmy Valiant defending against Ivan Putski and Tito Santana. Putski and Santana have been building here for a while, as we've been talking about for the weeks that are coming. I love the fact that they actually build champions and challengers and make it really matter, and it's a lot less stupid, in terms of today. They don't even build guys and somebody slips over on somebody and in 3 months they're a champion, whereas this, there's always some degree of build, even if it's slower than people might like or whatever the case may be. Anyway, this is a pretty abbreviated match. They don't necessarily get a whole bunch out of it, but it's here. The tag team champions are miscommunicating with Albano, who has not been happy with his team as of late. They are listening to him less, according to him. Putski starts the majority of the match and stays in for the majority of the early stages. Uses his power, and that is much to the happiness of the fans. Johnny Valiant takes the early stages of the match, and lots of brawling over the Greco-Roman knuckle lock type stuff. Basic stuff here and kicks along the way. We see Santana come in and some cheating by the champions. Double teams, attempted suplex and front face locks by the champions here. All four men eventually break into the ring, and both guys go together. And needless to say, Santana and Putski do end up staying in the ring as brawling partners, for lack of a better term. Santana beals his man out of the corner and, for the most part, drop kicks all around, gets what he can out of it, and doesn't exactly surprise anybody that, in fact, the Valiants do end up losing the championship here. Albano, after his team loses, says he's done managing them. This is an abridged version with a couple of matches missing on the network feed. But we have new tag team champions, Santana and Putski, and we'll be back with more right after this.